Hey there, Facebook. It is Vanessa here again, your speaker, trainer, and coach from Live, Love, Give. And today I have a message coming to you which I'm really super excited about sharing with you. I think that it helps us to get into alignment with the truth of who we are, with what I'm going to share with you, to know how it actually feels, what we're actually looking for in order to know, am I actually living in alignment with the truth of who I am, or am I kind of living to somebody else's expectations of me? And I find this is really, really super valuable for us to get clarity over so that we can definitely know. And the reason why I'm bringing this message to you is because I just this morning had a beautiful couple of hour group coaching session with some amazing human beings. And this is part of the work that we're currently working on and going deep with each other with. And it's all about being in alignment with what inspires us most, which I call you living in alignment with your true authentic self. I do believe that every single one of us has something that, or many things that really inspire us at our core, that are unique to us. And when we can tap into that and align our lives with that, that's what actually allows us to live congruently and truthfully and tap into our own genius and our gift that we have to give to the world and be of contribution at the same time, feeling a true sense of fulfillment and freedom. So I think it's super valuable, and I can't wait to share what I want to with you guys today, which is, how do you really know, what does it actually feel like when you are living in alignment with your true self? And so I want you to think about it in terms of, the head, the heart, the body, in a way. So the way I look at it is, when you are absolutely knowing what your higher self is, knowing what inspires you at the deepest level, and you're living in alignment with it, three things tend to happen in terms of how you feel. So number one is, you have inspiration of the mind. You are feeling totally inspired. You're feeling it's less of an excitement, it's more of this inspiration where you're tapping into something bigger than just yourself. You are feeling enlivened in all parts of your body and being, and you're feeling like you've got this vision that inspires you, that you may not know how the hell you're going to make it happen, but you get this level of inspiration, this fuel that makes you feel unstoppable, like you don't have the answers, but you're going to find them. So you have that first step, is that inspiration of the mind. The second feeling that you'll get is, you'll get a sense of gratitude and love in the heart, this strong centeredness. It is absolute gratitude, gratefulness, appreciation, and love. And it brings a centeredness and a strength, and you'll feel that in your heart. And then lastly, you're going to feel real enthusiasm in the body. You're going to feel every cell of your body just feel enthusiasm. It's this fuel, it's this strength, it's all of the above. And so think about it that way. If you're not having inspiration of the mind, if you're not feeling a sense of gratitude and love in the heart, and you're not feeling a sense of enthusiasm in the body, then it ultimately is giving you the feedback that you're not currently living congruently with what really matters to you, with what's inspiring to you. And it's much more likely that if you're not experiencing that, you're currently subordinating yourself to somebody else's set of values, to all the shoulds, all the ought tos. As Tony Robbins would say, you're shooting all over yourself rather than getting in alignment with what actually inspires you. But so many of us, we lack the clarity of vision. Or even if we do get a bit of vision, it's too big. We haven't been able to chunk it down and make it actionable and install it into our everyday lives. And or we're just getting so caught up with other people's values or who we think we should be, that we never really get into that energy of inspiration, and therefore we're in this constant state of confusion, overwhelm. We don't know what we want to do with our lives. We get into procrastination, all of these different things that limit us and block us and keep us playing life on a small level. And so I really hope that me sharing this with you guys is going to get you thinking about, what sort of life are you currently living? And life really doesn't start to be lived fully and congruently until you have that inspired vision of what you want life to look like. I like to break it down as Dr. John Demartini has, so that you're encompassing all the different parts of you, and you know who you really want to be. You know what your highest values are. You know who you really want to be, that's in total alignment with what inspires you at the highest level. You also know what you want to do, how you want to contribute, that's in alignment with what inspires you most. And then finally, you know what you want to have as a result of doing those great things that are of service, but you also want to nurture the kind of more narcissistic side of yourself, which we all have, and you want to make sure that on that level, you know that you're going to have something of value to you based on being of service and contributing and being more altruistic. You're going to nurture both sides of you. And if you can do that, if you can absolutely get in alignment with what inspires you at your highest levels, and you know how you can find something to do that's of service to others, that it aligns with what inspires you most, and you know and have clarity over what you want to have as a result of giving in alignment with what inspires you most, then ultimately you have discovered your purpose, your most inspired purpose and mission on the planet. Okay, and I know it might sound all the way out there and like as if, but I'm telling you that you can do it, and you can get that clarity. And what I find is that most of us are our own worst enemies, and we block ourselves from the knowledge and the wisdom that we actually already have, because we start doubting ourselves, or because we're trying to live to somebody else's values or society's values, which all it does is reinforce to ourselves that we can't trust ourselves, because you're never going to be able to sustain the actions that it takes to live in somebody else's values. It's not inspiring enough to you. You're opting for some form of external motivation, which is always going to be short-lived. So you've got to know the difference between chasing motivation versus being inspired from within. You know, when you can tap into that, that is the fuel that makes you your most powerful and resilient self, that can see obstacles and challenges as on the way rather than in the way, and definitely utilizes them as the inevitable stepping stones that you need in order to get to a new level, in order to attain your most inspired vision. And that's what allows you to trust and believe in yourself, because you will always follow through on what you tap into. When you tap into what inspires you on that deepest level, you become unstoppable, and all of a sudden you align your words and actions, so you can actually, for maybe sometimes the first time for a lot of us, you can actually start to believe and trust in your ability to say what you want and actually take action in alignment with it. And if you're somebody who feels like you're always sabotaging your success, you're saying you want to achieve something, but you're never getting it, and you're procrastinating and all the rest of it, guaranteed you are living to somebody else's values or projection of what you think you should do, rather than giving yourself permission to tap into what actually inspires you without getting caught up in all the how-tos. And that's the beautiful work that I'm doing currently with some beautiful human beings, which is really inspiring to me. And so I hope that today's message and me sharing this with you guys is of value, and it's going to get you thinking about how much inspiration of mind am I experiencing, how much gratitude and love in the heart am I experiencing, and how much enthusiasm in the body am I experiencing. And if you're not experiencing any of those things right now, please go on the path, do the work to uncover what your highest values are, what your most inspired vision is, and start living in alignment with it. Give yourself that permission without the filters, without the walls and the limitations, and guaranteed you will absolutely create your most fulfilling life. But sometimes we just need these measuring sticks as to what it even feels like. How will we even know that we've gotten there if we've never experienced it before? You'll know, and definitely take into consideration the mind, the heart, and the body, and what that feels like when you're in congruence with that there. So definitely want to check in with you guys and see who's been able to join me, and please let me know where in the world you are tuning in from, and definitely say hi. I love connecting with you guys, and any questions, let me know. I love answering your questions. And definitely, if you currently aren't part of the Limitless Potential Inner Circle Facebook community, what are you waiting for? What are you doing? Where have you been? And you definitely have to come on over and join us in that beautiful community of like minds who are absolutely reaching for extraordinary levels of their potential, and they definitely want to support and encourage you to do the same. So click on the link above and join us over there, and I want to check in with you guys. So I have got Mohammed and Hassani. Nice to see you again, my friend. And Kelly and Reginda and Judy and Marcello and Ray and Spady and Jamantis. Good to see you. And Patricia and Jason's here. Awesome. And Patty, nice to see you back. Awesome. And Stephen and Hilton and Ali. I'm pretty inspired by your videos, Vanessa. You're doing great. Keep it up and keep inspiring everyone. Love you. Oh, that's absolutely touching my heart. Ali, thank you so much. I'm super grateful that these are inspiring messages to you. And I always appreciate your encouragement. That's so beautiful of you. And definitely much love to you, my friend. I'm grateful to have you back. And Lisa's here. And Eric, you're awesome. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Eric. I'm loving the support and the encouragement you guys are giving me today. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Eric. And good to see you back as well. And John's here, and Carlos and Ram's back. And Jace, trust, believe, and chase that passion. Absolutely. And definitely, you know, we tend to doubt what we already have the answers, but we doubt ourselves because we're living in alignment with we're trying and attempting to live in alignment with values that are not our own, and it's not sustainable. So we end up building this relationship with ourselves where we can't trust our word because we're saying we're going to do something, but we can't follow through because we require external motivation rather than internal inspiration. And so it's not sustainable. We're always relying on somebody to motivate us. So it's constantly this stop-start, and then we can't believe and trust in ourselves because our words are not in alignment with our actions. So the greatest work that you can ever do for yourself is to discover what really inspires you, not anybody else. Tap into it. Give yourself permission to go there. Even if you don't think you can make things happen, or you get caught up in how do I make money, or how do I pay the bills, or whatever it is, do I have the skill set, whatever it is, I'm telling you, once you tap into what really inspires you on the deepest level, you will get the fuel, the resilience, the power to actually find the answers that you seek and make it attainable. And the longer you try and live and subordinate to somebody else's values, is the longer you just keep dulling down yourself, playing life small, getting to the end of your life, having a bunch of regrets, no fulfillment, and wondering what it was all for. And none of us want that, obviously. So I'm grateful that you're here, and definitely thanks for sharing here, Jason, being here. And Roxana's back. I love it. I got to spend my morning with you. V, please share your daily routine. Do you prime in the morning? Yeah, so thanks for asking, Roxana. I always love your questions. So my routine has changed a lot. So over my personal development journey, I used to do a lot of stuff. Like my morning routine would take like at least 2 hours, probably all day if I let myself. But I used to really test out a lot of different things. I used to do a lot of journaling practices. I used to do a lot of meditative practices. All sorts of things, done priming, Tony Robbins priming, all sorts of different things. So I like to shift and change things up and test different things out. And I tend to go through cycles of different things that are working for me and feeling really good. Right now in my life, my morning routine looks vastly different than it did a year ago and 2 years ago. Whoa, like so different. So for me personally, I'm living in alignment with my highest values of teaching, learning, my beauty and my health, and my traveling. It's kind of taking a back seat right now, but I'm bringing some more of that in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, so for me, I want you to think about your daily routine to make it sustainable, make sure it's in alignment with your highest values. But so for me, I wake up with my body clock. I've trained myself. I don't do well on alarms. I like to train my body to wake up with the sun. Sometimes I have to get up a bit earlier, but yeah, I wake up naturally, and I'm always thinking about a great day starts the night before. So I get to bed at a reasonable time, look after my health in that way, get plenty of sleep, wake up naturally, and I generally will have it set up whether I'm going through a course at the time or an amazing podcast that I'm filling my mind with. It's generally a course that I'm listening to, and I first thing I do is I get ready in the mornings, to go through my whole beauty routine, while I'm listening to a course or a program or a book or something really positive and in depth. Once I've done that, I go straight into my writing. I used to do it handwriting a journal. Now I type it up, and I do journaling for myself, which I create and transform, secondly, into a quote that I get out to you guys every single day. So, but I do it for myself first and foremost as a reflective process, a check-in process, a form of journaling. And then I get a message of, I get creative and I get a message out to you guys. Yeah, that's pretty much with my lemon water. So I'm looking after my physical health as well, and definitely make a greenie for the day, keep it fresh, and training and things like that. So gone on a long time about that, but I hope that that's valuable to you, Roxana. I appreciate the question, and that's currently what my morning looks like before I start my day. So awesome. And Brian, hello from Columbus again, Vanessa, the Deakin Uni student. I love that. That's so cool. I can't believe that. Thanks for the voice of encouragement. Always, my friend. I'm grateful to have you back. And I love that, you know Vaughnie. And Kabsu and Suzanne and Gabrielle and Mustafa. And hello to you, Gabrielle. You've been watching on the replay. Well, I'm grateful that you're back live. I've missed seeing you pop up, but I'm grateful that you've been watching the replays. And Aminat and Kate and Carly and Kadek. Awesome. I'm super grateful as always to have all of you guys joining me live, engaging. I love your questions. I love your comments. I love your feedback. I love all of it that you share with all of us here. So thank you so much for showing up. And I really hope that today's message has given you a new perspective and clarity over knowing how you're going to feel when you're actually living congruently. So remember, you're going to have inspiration from the mind. You're going to have gratitude and love in the heart, and you're absolutely going to have enthusiasm in the body. When all of those things are in alignment, it's absolutely a sign that you are living congruently with what you value most. And if you don't have that experience, definitely make this message be your inspiration to go out there and to test some things out. I highly recommend you guys going on to Dr. John D. Martini's website. He has a free resource there, Values Determination Process, which is a really realistic process that takes you out of the idealisms that you think you should have as your highest values, and actually takes it back into your life right now. What are actually your highest values? So go to drdmartini.com, Values Determination. It's all there. It's all free. Go for it. Make this message project you into that work. And just the last little comments here. Kelvin. Thank you, Vanessa. You give me a full tank of energy and inspiration for my dream work. Thank you very much. Oh, that's touching my heart. Absolutely, Calvin. That's what I'm here to do. So thank you so much for sharing that with me, my friend. I'm so grateful to hear that. And Alexandria, my spirit sister, you're just catching us now. We missed you this morning in the group coaching. Hope you're doing amazingly well. And hope you catch the recording, and this is of value to you guys. And definitely, as always, I am sending you all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you, to wherever you are in the world today. I absolutely hope it's amazing, extraordinary, and beautiful. And I hope you're doing something empowering, and this message has inspired you to get into some action, start living congruently, and start doing the work that will get you to those feelings of inspired mind, gratitude, and love in the heart, and enthusiasm in the body. And Sunula and Krishna, I hope you guys catch the recording, get a ton of value, because I'm just about to sign off, sending you guys all of my love, and I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow.